Hello, Superdean here, and just a quick little intro. I've made a slight mistake on this video. It's my first movie back, and I wanted to add some daft little bits and bobs in the background. I thought, now let's just focus on the actual review, and one of these daft little things has gotten attached to the main file, the main video file, and I can't get rid of it. It's just there. The rest have gone. It's just this one random little tiny little thing. You're not even going to notice it. I just wanted, if someone sees it and go, oh, what is that? I just want to give you a kind of heads up. Hopefully this won't happen again. It's just me being usually stupid and silly. So anyway, just ignore it. If you see it, you won't even notice it. It's hardly even there. So anyway, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Superdean, out.
Hello, Superdean here, and welcome back to Superdean's Movie Reviews. Yes, it's been far too long since I've done one of these, but also first before I get started, I'm using my new camera to record, and that has 4K recording ability. I don't fully understand myself, so I'm in 4K right now, so do I look good? Yeah. My cape, the logo, you know, be honest. Yeah, okay, fine. Anyway, we're here to review Zack Snyder's Justice League that came out on Friday. I've had the weekend to think about it. It came out on HBO Max, on Sky Cinema, and Now TV, and oh, yes, it's a good film. I don't know how to think about it. Yeah, it's a good film. It's definitely an odd, weird film. I'm going to try and talk about that more in the spoiler section. I will try and keep the first part spoiler-free as best I can. But yeah, it's a good film. If you can, clear your timetable, clear out 4 hours, well, 3 hours and 52 minutes to be precise. Because, yeah, it's a long one. The good thing about it, I can say that without hopefully spoiling too much, it's been split into parts. So there's like part 1, a part 2, a part 3, and I think a part 4 and 5, which is good. So you can watch maybe part 1 and 2, go away, have a cup of tea, come back, watch 3 and 4, go away, and then watch part 5. That's good. I kind of like that. That definitely worked. But I think the main thing about this film, I don't think this would have worked in cinemas. Because obviously, you know, when you go to cinema, you have the kind of 45 minutes of adverts beforehand, and then a 4-hour film. You'd have been in the cinema for like nearly 5 hours. That's a long time to be in the cinema. So the whole home release thing definitely, I think, played into this film's advantage. It made it easier to watch, more enjoyable to watch. So yeah, but the whole 3:4 ratio thing everyone's having a problem with, because it's in 3:4, so it's not enough. If you've got a flat screen telly, it only sits there and there's like 2 black bars. Doesn't bother me. It bothers more people because all these people, I've got a flat screen telly. Oh, what's the point of a flat screen telly if I can't watch it in flat screen? It's just, from what I understand, it was how it was recorded. They never edited it so it could go into flat screen. If you did that, that means they have to zoom in and sort of either lose it. So just shouldn't watch the film. It's a good film. Forget about that. Just wear blinkers. Just do that. Just put your eyes like that so you can't see it. It's even worse. It's fine. So yeah, good film. It's a weird, like I say, it's a bit of an odd film. At times, it doesn't feel like a 4-hour film. In my eyes, it felt more like a kind of a 2.5-hour film. Because at times it goes pretty quickly. The big action scenes and stuff just fly by because you sat there like, oh my god, this is so cool. But then there's a few sort of explanation scenes and stuff that are given the background to character and stuff that just seem to drag. That I don't personally think. Some of them, yes, you need them for the whole, because the Flash and the Cyborg was so much better used in this version than it was in the original Justice League film. They had such more stuff to do and more explanation, which I get that. But there was stuff from the original one that was left in that was like, you could have maybe shortened that a little bit, or you could have taken that section out a little bit that wasn't really needed still, personally, in my kind of eyes. But they left it in, it was still good. Obviously, there was the whole, it was, as I said, it was Cyborg, the Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. The cool thing about this one, there wasn't much Batman, Superman in it. If you actually watch the film, they're not in it as much as there was in the original one. I feel like the focus in the original one was Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, because they're like the big 3 guns of Justice League. Everyone, if you say, give me 5 Justice League characters, they're going to go Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then struggle with the next 3. But next 2, 5, idiot Dean. So yeah, sorry, banging my laptop. It was cool how they were used more and were given more time to explain it. All Cyborg's backstory was kind of filled in stuff. You kind of got where he was coming from. You kind of got his character's arc. Even the Flash, you kind of have a little problem with. I'll talk about that in the spoiler section. I have a little problem with Flash's kind of starting bit. I didn't, but yeah, that's fine. The main thing, which I loved about this film, was Steppenwolf, the bad guy. In the original film, he was kind of the big bad. The only reason he was there, because he wanted to be there. It was for his mother or something. No, it was the mother boxes. No, he was there. In this version, he looked so much better. He looked so much more menacing. If this version of Steppenwolf was in the original version, he would look so much better. He would have been more of a threat, personally, than the first. Because the first one just looked like a massive guy in cosplay. This one looked ridiculous. His armour was all like chinky and shiny, and when it hit, it like reacted and like sort of bent round so he didn't get any damage. He looked cool. He looked like a threat. Excuse excuse me. And he even looked like he could have been, like, obviously we know he was working for Darkseid. Shh, don't say anything. He was working for him in the film. You could assume that, oh yeah, he could be like a big bad guy and stuff, and threat and stuff. He was really cool and stuff. This whole kind of backstory. He was that was it. What I'm thinking of. He was a sympathetic villain. You kind of got. He was still a bad guy. Don't get me wrong. He's still an evil, nasty man. But you kind of go, oh, that's why he's doing it. I'll go into spoiler section when I talk about that. Yeah, that's why he does it. Oh, he's not much of a... He's still a bad man. He's just not that much of a bad man. You an idiot, Dean. But yes, so it was. He was loads better too. What else? There was a few little bits as well I can't really say because that's going into spoiler bits and stuff that I thought was a bit like, And the ending. Wait till I get on the spoiler section for the ending because that was just mental. But yeah, in a good, kind of good, bad way mental. But yes. So, before I get into spoiler section, if you want to go try and watch the film and then come back and watch it, yeah, I don't mind waiting for 4 hours. I'll stand here 4 hours when you go watch it. No. It is a good film. Do, if you can, try and watch it. It's going to be, obviously, I can't expect everyone to run out to the cinema or watch the cinema. Run out to get HBO or Sky Cinema or Now TV and stuff. Because you know it's hard at the minute to kind of get that kind of stuff. But if you do watch it, obviously let us know in the comments what did you think to it. So now, spoilers. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What was with the Flash's starting bit? When you introduce the Flash, Barry Allen comes in, he's trying to get a job at a pet store, which is fine. I get that and stuff. And as he walks in, the lady who he likes, I've forgotten her name, I forget the character's name, she walks out and it's like, oh, they have a moment where they see each other. He goes in, starts talking to the lady, says, oh, I want to be a dog walker, stuff. I feel like this would be the perfect job for me. A guy's eating a burger, a truck comes flying in, hits this hot dog stand, hot dogs go flying everywhere, and then her car, one he Flash loves, gets sent up in the air, and he's like, oh my god, no. The cool bit of the scene is where he turns and his shoes explode because he has that much power. And then he runs to get her. The weird thing was the hot dogs. There was literally, it's the main thing I remember from this film, was hot dogs flying in the air in slow motion, and the amount of time spent focused on these flying hot dogs. Oh, it's a hot dog. And then when he grabs one that's about to hit her in the face, it's like there, he grabs it, puts it in his pocket, smiles at her, puts her down, has a bit of a cheeky wink at her, and runs back into the dog bit. And he sits with all these dogs freaking out. So, I always bring a snack to keep the dogs calm. And then starts feeding the dogs a hot dog. It's just like, what? Can we go back to the flying hot dog solo, the slow-mo bit there? I'm a bit confused. I know he needed something to explain how he controlled the Speed Force stuff, how he was like, he's this ridiculous control of speed, he's that fast. Because some of the bits as well that were cut from the original one, there's a bit previous near the end of the film where he's running round and round and round to charge himself up to give Cyborg this battery power to get into the mother box and stuff. That was really cool. He gets hit, he's got like a massive wound on his leg, and he's like, oh, I've got to heal up, give me a second, I'm winded and stuff, and he does that and heals and he sprints off again. That was really cool. It shows you how powerful the Flash is. Because there wasn't the whole bit at the end of the last film where there was like a race between Superman and the Flash. That bit was gone rid of, and I'm happy that bit was gone. Because there was the bit as well, which was really cool, the Superman fight, where there's like, he's got Aquaman there, he's got Wonder Woman, he's got Cyborg around his waist, it's like, grr, and the Flash is like, I'm going to sprint around him, he can't see me, and he turns and sees him. It just seemed so much more impactful, that moment, than it did in the first film. Like in the first one he turns, like, oh, I can see you, and this one he's like, what are you doing? I'm going to kill you. Like, no, he's going to kill me. That was really cool. And same with Cyborg's bit as well, that it explained him better and stuff. He understood what he could do and stuff. Instead of him just going, oh look, I've got guns on my arms. Like, you could do this. You can make a cannon. You can make a sword. You can do all that and stuff. You can make extra arms and be like Guruk from Mortal Kombat and smash people in the face. That was really cool. It focused more on them two characters, and that's what it needed, because you don't know much about the Flash and Cyborg unless you're a big DC fan. You know loads about Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and Aquaman a little bit. So that was really good. And the starting battle as well, when you see Darkseid first appear and he slams onto the ground and puts the anti-equation down the floor, anti-life equation on the floor, and all the Amazons, the Aquanauts, the Amazons, the Atlanteans and the humans are all smacking him, and a Green Lantern guy pops up and beats him down, his ring flies off to somewhere. That was really cool as well, just seeing Darkseid and then seeing him getting beaten back and he has to retreat and stuff. And he loses the mother box, he loses the anti-life equation and stuff, and it all ends up back on Earth. And that's why, as well, I thought was quite clever, which didn't explain it very well in the first film. Because when Superman dies at the start of the film, he lets out a massive cry, and the mother boxes know, I'm going to stay quiet, because Superman's here, Superman can kick my butt. But Superman's dead. Come get me! Help me! Superman's dead! That was really cool. That explained it better. That made more sense to me. The things I didn't like about it was some of the explanations and stuff. There was a bit with, it was Lois Lane and Superman's mum. It just seemed to kill the movie dead at points where they were just doing there was that bit they were talking about bits and bobs. Oh, how are you going to manage now? You're losing the farm, you're losing this. It just slammed the brakes on way too hard for me, to be quite honest, and dropped it, and that's when it started to drag and stuff. There was a few little bits with Cyborg when he was talking to his dad. I almost went, but no, it just sort of, crept in. You know when you're getting towards the lights and stuff, and you see it red light, and it just goes yellow, so you're like, I can speed up a little bit. It kind of didn't stop it dead, but it still slowed it down quite a bit. And what else? And the ending bit with the battle scene, I did like how, because obviously in the original one, Superman was so much more of a presence and stuff. They had to put in that little Russian family, if you remember, that were hiding in a bathtub, and then the Flash has them in the bathtub running with them, and then, was it a bathtub or was it a lorry? I can't remember, it was a bathtub, and then Superman's carrying a whole building with people inside it and stuff. I get that, because you had to get rid of Superman. He couldn't be there at the fight, because Aquaman, Wonder Woman and Batman were fighting Steppenwolf at the time. Because if Superman walks in, like he does in this film, he just goes, get out of it, and just knocks Steppenwolf flying, smashes his axe, takes a bit of his head off, and it's like, that makes sense. In the first, just why did he do that in the first one? That clearly is the thing, which is the good thing. Because obviously he can't get the mother boxes, so he's just there. So he appears, the axe hits him, he's like, what's this meant to do? Bam! Sends him flying. That was really cool. You can hear me excited about this film, because I really enjoyed parts of it. It was a really good film at times, but at other times it was like, what? What's happening? But yeah. Now what else? Yeah, the super bit ending bit was good, and the whole thing when the boom tube opened up and you saw Darkseid. I forget the other guy's name, but then you saw Big Mama, Big Bertha. I forget her name, but that was one of Darkseid's generals. I remember her from the animated series stuff. She was really cool. And he's about to walk in, and then Cyborg splits the box open, and they throw him back inside, and Wonder Woman chops his head off and stuff, and he's there like, oh, you idiot, you failed. Squashes his head flat. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way, and walks off, which kind of set up for another Justice League movie. But I'm not sure if there is even going to be another Justice movie from what I've heard. Apparently, this was kind of a sort of send-off to the DC's connected universe now. It's all going to be separate movies and stuff. I hope not. I hope that's just a really nasty sort of Twitter rumour going around and stuff, because this was such a better film. But before I get into the next, but the weird thing is, obviously, if this had come out in cinemas, what would have been cut from this film? I've got a bad feeling this could have ended up still similar. If Zack Snyder didn't unfortunately leave the film at the start, of the original start, how different would it have been? Because I can't imagine back in 2017 they were going to want to release a 4-hour film. I find that very intriguing to think about, really. So I wonder what they would have cut out and stuff. But yeah, now the main bit I can't want to talk about as well was the ending. Not the ending of the fight, that was cool. The ending where it was oh yeah, Martian Manhunter turned up. Spoilers. That was really cool as well. Martian Manhunter's like, hello Bruce Wayne, I know you. I'm here to help you if you need me. Where were you earlier? That was a bit, because he was talking to because that was one of the scenes. Who was he talking to? I think, yeah, because that was kind of the only cool bit from that scene. I've got an itchy ear. Because Martha, I remember now, Martha, that was her name. Martha, where was she? Why is that name? Why did you say that name? Sorry, I'm getting all film mixed up now. I haven't done this in ages, to be quite honest. I'll hold my hands up. I'm weirdly nervous. It's just me, the camera, in my room, and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. I don't have a script for these. I have bullet points on my laptop. I'm not going to show you them, but just to get the topic across, and then I kind of connect it all together. But anyway, off topic. Yeah, he's in the film at some point. He's like talking to he's talking to Lois Lane as the mum, I think. Or he's talking to somebody as Lois Lane. He leaves and comes back and he changes. And I'm pretty sure, I think that's the same actor who plays him in the Supergirl TV show. I could be wrong. I didn't research it myself. I probably should have before I guessed this. But I think it could be the same actor who plays John Jones in that as it is in the TV series. So that's quite cool, that, if it is the same actor. Putting them together. So yeah, he turned up, and then it was the kind of the big ending scene, which is the only bit that I kind of liked, and kind of it annoyed me a bit as well, because I didn't see the point to it at the end of the film. Obviously, the bit with you see Lex Luthor escape. He's now bald. He's dealing with Deathstroke, itchy nose, and that all happens, which is fine. That's okay. I kind of get that, because that was kind of set up the original Justice League 2. But then you see Batman's dream, where he's it's way in the future and stuff, which you see happen. Wonder Woman's dead, Aquaman's dead, Lois Lane is dead, Superman's gone, but just the Darkseid's gone, you know whose fault this is, right? It's the humans. He's like, yeah, it's the humans' fault, I'm going to kill him. And he kills them all, and he ends up being one of Darkseid's apostles, I think, one of his mates. And he says, and there's Batman there, there's Deathstroke there's Cyborg, I forget her name, Aquaman's queen, or the princess lady. She's there. They're all talking and stuff. And then Joker appears. Jared Leto's Joker appears. And I think this scene did him more justice as the Joker than Suicide Squad did. I felt that he played a good Joker, and has finally kind of showed off his Jokery skills. Because I didn't hate him in Suicide Squad. Everyone didn't like him in Suicide Squad. I thought if he'd been given more time, he could have maybe done something. Everyone's saying, oh, he's just like a kind of a gangster mob. Yeah, because you only see him for like, is it 3 minutes in the Suicide Squad movie? I mean, yeah, you see him for what, maybe 4 or 5 minutes? In this one, when he's talking to Batman and stuff, but you feel like he's connected more. He talks about the Barbara Gordon thing. He talks about the whole Jason Todd thing. He talks about so much, and he just seems to connect. And that's a really good scene. But then my question is, why? Why was that there? Obviously, it was Batman's dream again. If it was like seeing what could happen in the future, but it just didn't. It didn't connect well with the film. It kind of ended it on a weird way. If it just ended like the original film did, where it was obviously Lex Luthor and Deathstroke going, it's Bruce Wayne, I need you to help me with my evil plans and stuff. Doom setting up the League of Doom. Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom, that was it. It sets that up, but it just doesn't seem to tie the ending together. Well, it's just ended it on a weird note and stuff. You're like, he didn't know how to feel. Because that was that was one of the bits he did the reshoots on. He brought Jared Leto in to give him a bit more of an acting chop on the Joker, and it was really good. Like I said, it was good, but it just felt weird. It needlessly tacked on, is what I want to think. So yeah. Oh, I've talked for too long now. I think we've been doing this nearly 17 minutes, so I'm going to end it there. So yes, if you can, do go watch the film, or get the film from somewhere, Now TV or something. Clear your timetable out 4 hours, or like I said, it's split into parts. Watch 1, 2, 3 parts, so many, and that's alright. I'm not going to give it really like a Superdean. I forget what I used to do, to be quite honest. But Superdean thumbs up or something. So yeah, if you do go watch it. Like I said, just watch it with an open mind and a few toilet breaks. But yeah. So I also wanted to say, if there's any films you want me to watch or anything you think I should review, not makeup. I'm not doing makeup reviews. Give a shout in the comments below. I'm going to try and start doing this more often because, like I said, I now have Now TV, and there's that Harlequin Birds of Prey on there. I need to watch. There's a Sonic movie. I know watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. There's a couple of other ones there I need to sit and watch as well. So I might start redoing this, try and do like a movie review 1 a week or 2 a week, something. Whatever. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me waffle on for nearly 18 minutes. Crikey, I'm talking too much. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Superdean out.